Hello and welcome to the Judicial Appointments Commission's Becoming a Judge series. Today we're talking to High Court Judge Ingrid Simler about telephone assessments.
Hello and thank you for joining us, Judge. Could you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and your experience with telephone assessments?
Yes, I'm a High Court Judge in the Queen's Bench Division, and for the last couple of years I've been involved in the Deputy High Court Judge assessment process for the JAC. The telephone assessment is an unusual experience for many candidates. What's important to understand for candidates is that it is an assessment and not an interview. Candidates will be sent a paper in advance, and then in the course of the telephone assessment they'll be asked questions about issues arising in the paper. There is no right or wrong answer to those questions. What we're looking for is a candidate who is able to provide an answer and to justify that answer by reference to the paper that they've been sent. You will not be asked questions about your own self-assessment during the telephone assessment.
And what does a telephone assessment involve?
Well, the important thing to remember is that it's not an interview, it is an assessment. That means you'll be asked questions about the speech or the judgment that you've been sent. And the questions start off quite textual and then progress to questions about issues of wider importance or significance raised by the speech or by the judgment.
And what does it involve from the candidate's point of view?
Well, from the candidate's point of view, we're looking to see that you can read and understand the document that you've been sent and answer questions about it in a structured and articulate way. We're looking for intellectual agility in answering the questions, and we're looking for an ability to express yourself concisely and in a way that is easy to follow and understand.
And what is the role of the panel, and who's on the panel during the telephone assessment?
Well, the panel is chaired by a lay member, and there'll be a judicial member as well. Both members of the panel may ask questions, and both will be listening and writing down answers or points as the assessment progresses. We'll try to give oral cues so that the candidate understands when we've got the point that they're making, but it's really for the candidate to plan the assessment. They'll be told in advance approximately how many questions they'll be asked, and they'll know how long the assessment is likely to last. And it's up to the candidate to plan and ensure that their answers are not too long-winded and that they express themselves concisely and that they bring their own answer to an end. Obviously, if things seem to be running along, we'll bring the answer to an end so that we can ask another question. But if the candidate can do that, so much the better.
And what tips or advice would you offer candidates who will be sitting a telephone assessment?
Well, the first thing is try not to be too uncomfortable about the fact that it is an assessment over the telephone and that there aren't the visual cues you would otherwise have. Don't feel troubled by the silences. We're used to the silences and we'll be writing things down, so don't feel that you have to fill the silences. Critically, you've got to manage time. You've got to make sure that you answer the question that is asked and then stay silent. Don't feel you need to fill the silence or continue to talk. Wait for the next question.
Judge, thank you very much for your advice today.
Thank you.